And of course, right, I think for you it might be mechanics is very important, but for some other people, they might have mechanics, but it might not have brain cells, right? So it really depends on what your strengths and weaknesses are. And in your case, maybe you're like over the top on like macro, and mechanics were too low, so you have to balance it out, right? But some people like extremely high individual skill, but they're so bad at macro, so there's not like a correct answer for everyone. I want you to remember that. And for anyone in the chat that's actually looking to climb, you should know what your weaknesses are and know what you have to work on. Nearly taught you so much, Joe, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, for sure. And as well, right, if you're really good at champion, you can essentially, basically, focus on other things like drone tracking, know how to play for winning condition, right? There's like so many other small things you can learn if you're familiar with your champion. For example, right now, okay, I'm playing taliyah. I can literally chat with you guys, play well, and do everything. And why is that? Only because like I have a lot of games on this champions, right? So even looking at lanes will be easier if you're like good at champion. Oh my God, I hate this change that like, what is this? Oh my God, but dude, they should really fix this. Like as a pro player, I mean ex-pro, right? It's like this is like the worst thing that can happen. Like seeing, I'm so confused. Seeing this stat basically. You still think AP tanks are good this patch? They should be, yeah. I'm fairly certain AP tanks are pretty good. I mean, as long as AD jumpers on mid lane are good, I don't see a reason why AP tanks are bad. It makes sense. So it really depends on the meta on mid lane, which will basically make the meta on jungle. So let's say Victor's being meta, Orianna, all this stuff, then AD jumpers become strong, right? So that's how you have to like envision what will be strong on jungle. And honestly, most of the times it gets defined the mid lane meta. Okay, apparently they saw me here. I actually didn't look mid-map here, so... Like, this is like a common mistake, right? Like, you see here, I tried to go bot lane, but if you knew this warded, I wouldn't actually walk here. I'll probably walk instantly here behind, so they think I'm not around. I mean, they're probably still gonna die, because if they ward this and they don't see me, and if my laners don't make it too obvious, they're still gonna walk up and die. And this is like diamond elo, keep it in mind. So right now, for example, I'm gonna pick this minion here. So for example, this is bad. I don't like it when he walks up like that. I want him to like walk back. And when he goes like a minion, I want him to walk up. Like right now he's walking up, okay? You see this like Soraka is walking very far up. So now I'm gonna obviously look for the Soraka here. I mean, he just needs to land this ability here, like 1Q, yeah. And it should be that here. So despite them actually literally knowing that was literally around bot side, they're still dying here. Why is that? Because Raven and they don't know 100% for sure I'm behind. So I think this, honestly, you can kill like people up to like Grandmaster, I think. Even Master players actually die to this very often. People are just so not patient. They'll just die. They'll just die. That's all I can tell you. But now Soraka has no summoners, right? So like I can easily abuse Soraka. If there's no summoners, I wish him a lot of luck, because if a support has no summoners against the Bard and taliyah, right, he's usually not gonna survive. Especially if it's a Soraka. If it's a Nautilus, sure, but it's a Soraka, so... Wait, did he flash or did he just walk? Wait, I felt like I hit that. I can't tell. You get me as Kha'Zix? Oh shit. I fucked up my lower elo. No, okay, that's a very long text, Rod, but it seems like I gapped you and you learned some shit. So I'm happy you learned something, my friend. Look, it's good to get gapped once in a while to learn, you know? From failures, you learn and become a better player. I got you, I got you. I mean, I think League's all about perspective, right? Like, getting perspective, learning what's the right and wrong thing, and applying it. And put a lot of repetition. And making things like a habit. Once it becomes like a habit, it'll be like a lot easier for you to like climb, you know? There's a ward here. Look, I'm just gonna clear these wards here. So apparently the Katarina can move. So, well, because apparently Katarina can move, I'm not fighting here. Okay, he probably put down the ward in his bush here. Yeah. It was literally caught between the wall. So like right now, obviously I'm gonna walk behind them. Okay, I'm gonna base here. Yeah, because he has no summoners, he died. Simple as that. I mean, this guy might be on top side, I guess. I mean, honestly, someone told me that you shouldn't buy this item, but honestly, I ain't gonna lie, I really like having mana on jungle. It's like kinda nice. That's a sick wall, I'll remember that. Oh yeah, that's like very important. If you have no summoners, you can like zone them off like that. It's very crucial to do so. But yeah, I mean, essentially right now, if you look at the game set, right? Oh, what the bro? I hate that my Q doesn't deal damage to this AC. I think Ivern completely flipped it, but I was insecure with my WE combo. Let me see. I mean, enemy top laner is quite low HP, right? However, I don't think... Okay, he just used ultimate on the wave, so... I think he is pretty cooked. I mean, I will take 1 or 2 grubbies, actually. Also, I won't even take the grubbies. Okay, so guys here, why do you think I'm not taking the grubbies here? I actually want you guys to think about it for a bit. Because I think a lot of people here will go for the grubbies. But I personally actually don't really care here. And basically, yeah, I mean, for sure my bot camps, yeah, that's one of the reasons. And here's the thing as well, right? If you ever decide to go for grubs, what's gonna happen to the bot lane? You forgot it. Maybe I did. No, but for real though, look, okay, so here you see him on top side, right? So when he's on top side like that, and he ever goes for grubs, on this wave that's coming, I can look to dive for bot lane. I'll only do this though, if I know for sure that my bot lane has wave control. If they have wave control, I can look for the dive. If they don't, then honestly, if there's nothing happening, I would take the grubbies. You know? Very likely. But if I know I can dive enemy bot lane, I don't see a purpose of taking the grubbies, because in my opinion, diving bot is, like, no joke. I don't like to say absolutes, but I would like to say it's always better than doing grubs. So here in this case, he didn't go for the grubs, right? So I can't actually take it. So, sorry, I can't actually dive the bot lane, but you get the idea. So right now, when he shows on bot side, then I can do the grubs if I want to, right? But I mean, I'm just gonna kill this guy. I was gonna kill this Stacy here. Alright, so right now, all we have to do is just push the waves. And here's the thing, don't start objective. Like, why would you start objective? Then you can just, like, push waves. So, like, this 50-50, okay, this is what I call a 50-50 fight. Like, whoever wins this fight, okay, it's like legit, who has better arms, okay? And honestly, I don't like to take those fights, especially knowing that, like, if I just base, spend my gold, right? And then look for a play, or, like, for example, catch him off guard here, that's essentially much better. Wait. 1 second. Okay, their bot lane actually came here. I didn't see that. Okay, imagine I paid attention to minimap, okay, and their bot lane wasn't here. I would just get a free cut there, for example, you know? Like, taking those fights, in my opinion, is like much better. I mean, that vision, yeah, I think so, yeah. But you get what I'm trying to say, right? Like, that 4-4 right there, I would not take that. I'd much rather play isolated. When I say play isolated, that means that I would like to play with my laners that are basically winning and then use those laners to rotate around. And mid 2v2, I think is unlosable. Bot in 3v3, I think unlosable. But 4v4, honestly, I have my doubts. Do you know what I mean? So why do I fight 4v4 when I can just literally win 2v2, 3v3 and get man advantage? I mean, such things in Diamond start mattering actually a lot more, honestly, compared to, like, let's say, I don't know, like Platinum, you know, but you guys get the idea. Yo, Rifle, what's up, dog? Good morning. Is it morning still? Oh, nice afternoon. Good afternoon. How you doing? How are you doing in this lovely weather? Wait, isn't your country super hot as well? Like, which country are you guys from? Because, like, dude, the Netherlands, it's like... Wait, my mid lane is 1-5? Or top lane, I guess? 28? Oh my god. In Germany, it's fine? I mean, that's nice. Wait, why is there, like, a teleport there? Okay, here's the thing, though. They're starting a Drake. And now I'm pressing tab. I'm looking at enemy items compared to my items. And looking at enemy items, honestly, I don't think I want to be fighting. Because look at enemy item power spike, right? Their jungle has 1 item power spike, their mid lane has 1 item power spike. So should you take this fight? Probably not. Like, I would love to fight, obviously, but my laners here don't think about item power spikes and are like, oh, just fight, no? But it doesn't work like that, you know? So now, probably, after my mid lane pushes his mid lane wave, and then bases, hopefully has 1 item power spike. That's how I would like to fight, you know? But as you can see, the fights that I'm taking is like a very high chance of me winning those fights. If that makes sense. And you can see here, like, the fights that I'm taking is like... Yeah, I mean, usually I take fights that I don't think I'll lose, right? I mean... I think we need to base here. I think my AD carries a lot of gold here. I have my Magic Pen boots. I'll get that, and I'm gonna play into boss side right here. But what would you guys do here in this game state? Like, look, we're actually 1 kill behind here, okay? How would you guys play this game to win a game? I'm like 2-0, mid lane's like winning, bot lane's like winning, top lane's kind of don't. Report Keston? Yeah, that's probably 1. So see how you see how like, okay. Play bots, play bots. So see how my laners are going topside here? Like, you have to pay them back, because like, honestly, even Ivern is using his resources to go top lane. So what should I do? I should use my resources to go into bot lane. So right here, you see this Aphelios? He's like, oh, let's hit the tower. It looks really good here to hit the tower. And I'm like, yeah, it looks really good to hit the tower here as well, bro. It looks really, really good. So I'm really happy that he decided to hit the tower there, but yeah, okay, now we got a kill here, okay? So now, after we take the kill, obviously we should try to get bot lane tower here, or we should try to get something, if that makes sense. Because during this time, he's taking the Herald, and during the time, we'll try to do something else. Okay, he's not even doing the Herald here. This guy's like, piss chilling, bro. Just don't jump on me, please. Wait, what? Bro. Ivan thinks he can take my blue buff like that? Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Old Spicy. Yeah. Yeah, nice try. But, I mean, he still didn't take the Herald, and honestly, like, I would say right now we're in a winning position, which also means that you could look to play for the Herald, which I am planning to do. So after I take my Gromp, I will look to base, and I will look to play for the Herald. And here's the thing, right, like, if you're winning in general, just have some decent drone tracking and ping laners to play safe. I'm fairly certain that I don't play for Herald, so how do I get the highest chances of getting this Herald? You should always think like that. And if the fight is like 50-50, you don't even want to take it. And if I want to have the highest chance of taking Herald, first of all, we should not be fighting here. I think my Yasuo should win on the side lane against Katarina. I think he should fist him. He's getting fisted, that's good. So, I mean, I could... Oh, wait, yeah, I'm going top lane here. I mean, this guy's like 1 HP, bro. He's 1 HP and he's alone. Are you serious, bro? Where do you go now, huh? But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take this top lane wave. So essentially there, I took Heimerdink's life for the Herald. That's essentially the trade that I made there. And they lose the top lane wave here. And they lose the top lane tower here. Which, in my opinion, is worth in my books. Wait, why is my Keston sitting in base? And I take the next top lane farm as well. So now I'll press B. So now I will get my item. I mean, honestly, it's... I don't know why my Keston's AFK, I'll be very honest. I didn't even mute him, he didn't even type. Oh, he's back. Nice. He came back from the toilet, guys. It was emergency. That guy had an emergency. Okay, so okay, I mean, yeah, it's fine. We don't have to fight this million wave. So like here, as you can see, I want my Yasuo to push next ball wave, and I don't want to fight mid lane here. Okay, we might have to fight mid lane here, but fuck, man, I want to like ult. Oh, he can ult as well, I guess. I'll be very honest, I don't really want to lose my Majestix. So I'll be slightly careful. And I have no flash as well, so I need to be mindful. Bro, he actually went to get his Uber Eats now. He actually went AFK for a bit. Okay. I mean, I would really love to contest this Drake, but my team is kind of far away here. Okay, they just donate me a drink like that. Okay, right now, I mean, the game becomes pretty simple, honestly. Like, okay, we're not even that far ahead, right? But like, how do you win the game here? Just press tab. Just think which lane get push, and now think which of lanes can die. My mid get push, which can die, cast it in. Okay, so I just need to make sure he doesn't die. So I need to ping him to be careful and mindful that. I'm not fighting here, by the way, just so you guys know. Yeah, I'm surely playing for Keston. And ironically, Keston is not even weak. I was gonna do my Raptors here. Oh, wait. I mean, even though I want to take Raptors, you have to look a little bit at your laners, does it make sense? You still want to see if, like, how is it going, you know? And when I say, like, how's it going, you still want to see if you need... Because, like, I really want to go Raptors there, but the way, my body language, the way my mid laners were playing, he was, like, perma-jumping in, and I was doing my Raptors. Like, I had to, like, drop my Raptors there, you know? To see and if he needed help. You're not certain if you should drop or not? I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, honestly, if you see your lanes fighting, of course, I would like to pin them back. But, like, think as well which champions they're playing. Like, Yasuo, okay, think like this. Okay, I mean, I have a lot of game experience, so I know, like, Yasuo players are psychopaths, Katarina players are psychopaths, Shaco players are psychopaths, Draven players are psychopaths. You have to think, like, which psychopath category are they in? I consider this champ kind of psychopath. So, like, okay, imagine I'm playing Orianna, right? Those champs usually will play safe, so I don't have to be concerned. But champs like Yasuo, like, just waiting for a wave is, like, very difficult. Like, those players usually have HDHD. So, like, you need to be able to match them, like, sometimes. I'm not saying always, right? You have to, like, actually decide carefully. But you can see here, like, I didn't went for Raptors. I went for mid lane kill instead, right? And right now, I mean, the Baron is up. I'm pretty sure we can one-shot it. And I want to take the stop crab. I mean, after minute 20, it's called the OP crab. It's basically like, you see this crab? You should, oh, what the f***. I kind of winged every single ability there. I still releasing videos to rank on POV on Patreon. What do you mean with, like, POV? Okay, like, the things on my Patreon, right? What I'm doing more is, like, in-depth analysis. Does make sense? On my YouTube, I'm just making mostly POVs. But on my Patreon, I make, like, why are we even starting this? I'm kind of outpiloting here. Oh, but yeah, on my Patreon, I'm making more in depth. So my latest videos, like, why are people stuck in, like, or the common mistakes in gold, platinum, emerald, master, diamond. So there I'm just breaking down, like, the things that they did wrong and things what they should do to fix. But I will never make that content, like, on YouTube, you know, that's, like, too in-depth. I mean, I might at some point make, like, an unranked to, like, challenger or master. I'll have to see exactly. Where I'll just go through, like, each elo bracket and explain the things that you need to check before climbing to the next one, if it makes sense. Because I'm pretty sure I have a really, really good grasp on, like, what elo and why people are struggling and the things they have to fix. Oof, get fucked. So I might do it, like, one time. I don't want to bully people too much in, like, lower elos, but to just, like, explain people that are, like, in lower elo, right? To explain just, like, why you're bad. Okay, no, not why you're bad, but okay, actually why you're bad. If you're, like, silver, you're actually not good. You're, like, not optimal, you know, let's put it that way. And I'll just be explaining, like, the things you have to work on in order to get to the next level. Because I've had, like, decent amount of players climb from, like, lower elos to high elos, and I know exactly what they kind of need. Masters, bro, their base timers are complete dog shit, and they do not know how to trade. I would say that people are mechanically decent, actually, / good, but they're just not so smart when it comes to the game. And knowing how to play for win condition, a lot of people Masters think they're actually playing for the win condition, but the way they're playing, they're not playing for the win condition. And they have no game plans, and they go for, like, random plans. So for example, right now, okay, I know for a fact that my, let's say, mid or bot's winning, okay? So what does it mean for me? That means that I'm basing ASAP to be there for my win condition ASAP, and I would usually ignore plays that are out of my win condition unless I'm really sure my win condition cannot die and I'll get a kill for sure. If that's the case, I will go for it. But thinking like that is not that easy if you're basically not that proficient yet. Does it make sense? I mean, I have Magi, so I should be faster than him. So like, yeah, that's like the common mistake in low masters, which is yeah. I'm playing like low masters, like close to it, right? I'm actually literally playing against master players, and just taking fights that are in favor of you is something that's like very lacking. So for example, this game, okay, did you see like the fights that I took? I didn't take 4v4s. I took 2v2s, 3v3s, and I made sure I played man advantage, especially if I'm in a winning situation. And I'm not trading random kills. But in low master, people would like just fight. They wouldn't think, oh, what items do they have? Oh, are they stronger than me? I mean, it sounds stupid, honestly, if you think about it, but yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like, people master usually get this out because you're like just decent mechanically, you know? They're gonna come here. But you can see here, I'm like legit in a awkward position, but yeah, boys. Okay, Heimerdinger didn't see me, right? Okay, like legit. I think Heimerdinger maybe saw me, maybe didn't, but I feel like he didn't see me. But I'll be honest, my Jhin died. Put the pink ward here. Wait, I'm sure there's like an Ivan here somewhere, or am I tripping? Okay, spoiler me in. But you can legit see I'm like yapping and playing and like 1v9ing. But that's as well because I have like good habits, right? And essentially you need to like have good habits to get to the next level if you want to get above master. You know? If you don't have good habits, it's difficult. And this is like a low master game, by the way. And I'm like piss chilling, you know? With like a top laner that went to get his Ubris for 1 minute. How do you improve at catching people? Rifle, watch my video on my Patreon. It says it's like really recent, like 2 weeks ago or something. We're explaining like how you know when people play aggressive. I mean, next game I'll play my challenger account, but I'll still explain the fundamentals, you know. But yeah, I mean, how to catch people. Honestly, like here's okay. Actually, here's the important thing that I've never said about must play, why they're bad. But it's legit just challenger concept, which is that when I go for a gank, sometimes it's not even to get the kill. It's sometimes you just see if they int. If they don't, I'll just move around the map. Put some wards. If there's nothing, I'll just base. Get a better item. You know? In low master, you don't see this very often. You'll just see people fight. And you'll just see them like have a scrap, you know? Oh, what? I got one shot, bruh. Okay. Goodbye, my Magic Sex. Well, it's perfect. I can now explain some things. You wait for the blunder. I mean, no. You don't wait for the blunder. You will make them blunder. Because essentially it's like, you will get something guaranteed. Like low elo chest. No. You don't wait for the blunder, you make them blunder. I think that's different. You don't wait for them to blunder, you make them blunder. And why there's like, you make them blunder, is like either they contest the Drake or they give it. And before they get to contest the Drake, I'll make sure I have like man advantage, I have position, and then they have to choose. Do we fight this Drake or do we give it? I'm making sure that before I get to the Drake fight, I have the highest probability of winning the Drake fight without them having a chance. Does it make sense? And I keep playing like that. It's like, at some point, I'm like checkmating them. And they'll have to make a decision. And if they make decisions, either they lose their piece, or they like, just, you know, try and they lose 2 pieces, you know? But essentially, it's more like knowing how to choke them out. For example, I mean, I can show you like a chess. It's like, it's not chess, but like, I see League similar to chess, but I've never played chess, so I have no idea, but I just know chess is like a turn-based game. I consider League of Legends like a turn-based game as well. So right here, for example, we won't take the Drake, okay? So they have to make a choice. Go fight us, lose the Drake, or don't, right? If the fights were winning, will they lose? Yeah, they should. Yeah, they will lose. So what should they do? They should just give the Drake, look for a trade, and wait till we push ball lane, and then wait till we dive them. Their mindset now should be like, okay, we should play defensive, and should wait till they make a mistake. Like, you do that if you're behind. if you're ahead, you're like setting up traps and waiting for them to fall in it. If they do, they die and get more punished. If they don't, they'll still do something. Does it make sense? So it comes really down to like, haha, lol. No. Okay, I'm kind of griefing it there a bit, but it's fine. I still got 11 Majestics. But yeah, you guys get the idea, right? For example, there. What is the mistake there? Think about it. Okay, there, I fought without my Yasuo, okay? Now think about it. What would happen if I'm boosted and I play with my Yasuo? Would we win that? Yes or no? Answer is simple. I would for sure win, right? So, what is the mistake there? Okay, I played boosted, but if you're like, want to play short, just play if you're winning lane, you know? It's like pretty simple. If your bot lane's 5-0, why would you fight without him? And think like this, imagine you're a 5-0 jungler, okay? And your team's fighting without you. How do you feel? So how do you get to the point that your team is fighting with you? You basically just look minimap, think who you wanna play with, and when. So now I'll do my, let's say my go home to red buff, okay? So what does this mean? This means that I'm not making this play here. However, I'm actually gonna move there because of ultimate. And if he's gonna face check in case. So here, for example, okay. For example, here someone said like, how do you punish them? I mean, we have a bard here, right? Wait. So here, for example, okay, I oinked long enough. I thought that maybe he stayed, he could cancel them. But anyway, right now I'm taking 2 of my camps, okay? So as I'm taking 2 of my camps, what do you think I'm doing? I'm looking at mid lane, seeing if they intake, because like essentially, usually they might try to fight without me there. So what will I do? I would ping them to play safe, and sometimes they'll still play aggressive. So like I'll always be ready to like follow in case and drop these camps. So now, for example, I think low elo, some people would think, oh, let me go for my wolves gromp, and then your teammates die. Like, I mean, if you have the choice between enemy camps, we should almost always take enemy camps. And these towers are kind of tanky, honestly. So here, for example, instead of fighting a mid lane as well, for example, I'll just... Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to show you guys how to play hyper ability, okay? So what do you guys think is going to happen if... Okay, I'm like fogging here, okay, like a bit. And why am I fogging here? I just want to make sure... Oh, what the fuck? Alright, we got a splash. That's good enough. Okay, like, we literally got a splash. Oh, SML lane jumping in. I don't mind that. Bro. I should have Magi and Blue Smite. So I should walk quite fast here. I mean, you can see their base getting Omega cooked. Like, my Bard can cancel, I can end the game here, but... Why am I playing in, like, my vision, for example? Because, like, they have no wards there, and... But my goal there, just so you guys are on the same page, I didn't even try to fight in the mid lane. My main purpose was, like, try to get the wave and play in my zone. When I say play in my zone, it's like in my zone, because essentially what they see is like this. You see this vision? This is, like, their vision. So, like, of course, if my team is fighting, I'll join the fight, but, like, essentially I'm always trying to think how do I get the highest chances of, like, winning a situation. It's like having a fight in real life and not fighting in gym, bro. I mean, yeah, kinda, yeah. But it's still strong. I mean, I still think the champ's strong, yeah. But this is like in Master Elo, I think. What's the guy's Elo? Old Spicy? Yeah, Diamond 1, sure. But you get the idea, right?